officially granting the 16th NWSL team to the city of Denver.
Well,
I am so stoked to announce my ownership in the Denver NWSL team.
Denver's a women's soccer city.
Oh, are you really?
This city, this state's been waiting for this.
Denver will be the home of the second ever stadium that's built for women.
Janine Stonis, the Colorado native, off the cross. Denver Summit, the first. Melissa Kussler.
Kussler, her second goal for Denver in 2 weeks.
Kussler! She does it again! 3 goals in 3 matches. Flint took it away and puts it away.
We're coming out here to win, and we're going to be relentless with doing that.
From CBS Colorado, this is Soul of the Summit, a team special brought to you by UC Health, Shields, and American Furniture Warehouse.
It all comes down to this, a team's debut in Denver, home at last. Welcome to Soul of the Summit. Denver Summit FC has come together in a flash. The roster includes 7 international players, 8 women have NWSL championships already under their belt, and 5 are Colorado locals. And these are just a few highlights of the women on the team. Let's take a look at the front office. Rob Cohen is the franchise's controlling owner. Jen Millay is the president. And a couple of familiar faces are part of the ownership group. Broncos Super Bowl 50 champion quarterback Peyton Manning and Olympic gold medal skier Michaela Schifrin. Kurt Johnson serves as the general manager, and Nick Cushing is the team's first head coach. We know who's making the business decisions and who's taking the pitch. Now let's take an inside look at the nuts and bolts of this league. And for that, we'll turn things over to CBS Colorado sports anchor Rod Mackey in our studio.
Kelly, thank you. If you've been a fan for years, this could be a bit of a refresher. If you're new to the league, here's how it breaks down. The National Women's Soccer League, or NWSL, is made up of 16 teams. That includes 2 expansion teams playing this year, Denver and Boston. The ultimate goal, the NWSL Championship. Here's how it works. The top 8 teams advance in the league in the playoffs. Seeding is based on regular season standings. It's important to note standings are based on points. Teams get 3 for a win, 1 for a tie, no points for a loss. It's a single elimination tournament. The higher seed gets home field advantage. Last year, Gotham FC, New York's team, beat the Washington Spirit to win it all, and that parade with the trophy through Times Square. So how does Denver FC stack up out of the gate? Well, it's safe to say this team does not see themselves as an underdog. They've made it clear in the preseason, and since that, despite the fact that they're in their first year of the league, they are here to win.
Maybe I'm biased, but we deserve to win. The players deserve 3 points because they've been incredible in how they have bonded together, how they have worked hard, how we have attacked all the preseason games.
I feel like we have a good group of people that really clicked right away, and like right now we're also showing it on the field, and we try to keep on building on that.
I think we have like an unbelievable squad. I think we're going to have a great year.
Obviously, it's early in the season, but this team does seem to be on the right path. Of course, we will keep on covering them throughout the inaugural season. Kelly?
Thanks, Rod. Now, of course, the soul of this team is the players. The first player to sign on, Allie Brazier, a Colorado native from the Springs. Brazier says she had been waiting for Denver to get an NWSL team and jumped at the chance to come play for her hometown. She says this will only help prove Denver is a soccer city and Colorado is a soccer state.
I've been saying for so long that, like, Colorado is a soccer state. We have so many high-level national team players that come from Colorado. And there's so many U teams from all over, from Colorado Springs to Denver to even going to Grand Junction, going down to Puebla. We went everywhere for soccer here.
Brazier says having a women's professional soccer team will let little girls know they have a place in the sport. Another local is Highlands Ranch native Janine Stonis. Kirsten Roth sat down with her to talk coffee and coming home.
Janine Stonis, the Colorado native, off the cross. Denver Summit, the first.
Welcome back. What's it been like to be back home?
So awesome. I'm still pinching myself. It still feels like I'm
visiting. It's such a breath of fresh air, and I'm just really excited to be here.
Getting the call, hey, there's an opportunity for you back home in Colorado. Do you remember where you were at in that moment?
I think that I found out that the team had gotten the bid through Instagram. I think I saw like a post and I was like, oh man, I gotta get there. It was actually right before Christmas, this past Christmas, that I found out that it was actually gonna happen. So it was the best Christmas present I could ask for.
There's something extra special about being part of the inaugural season.
It was so important to me to be here from the beginning and help build a franchise. And what's so cool is that we're building this from ground zero.
Have you had teammates, since you're from here, say, hey, what do I have to do while I'm out here in Colorado?
Yeah, I've had a lot of requests for recommendations.
Give me something.
Oh gosh. I went to high school with the family that owns Los Dos. A fantastic Mexican restaurant. I always tell people to go there. That was a staple for me growing up. There's tons of good coffee shops around the Denver area. Hopefully, at some point, I will be adding to that.
Shout out to Valor Entrepreneurship.
Exactly, exactly.
You've traveled around. You have a very sophisticated taste for really good coffee, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I like to think that my taste is sophisticated now. I'm a bit of a coffee snob.
Oh, it's beautiful. Ooh, yeah.
We're really close to launching e-commerce. We've got, it's called 90 Brew, and it's come from an idea of 90 obviously being related to soccer and our love for the game and the way that coffee brings people together. And I also just love the caffeine that you get from it as well.
Being a professional athlete was never in the cards for me. Professional coffee drinker, self-proclaimed.
Hey, it's still a tough job. You gotta, especially if you're making it yourself. So I have respect for that.
She's cheating a bit to her left as Sonis looks for it and delivers.
Played for Canada, women's national team, also played in England, but it's Canada. Is that like enemy territory? Do your teammates rag on you about that?
Not so much anymore because I've been playing for Canada for so long. It's such an honor for me to represent my family, and I've had just the most incredible experiences being on that team.
You've won Olympic gold as well as an NWSL championship, so what's next?
I want to win a World Cup. I think that's what every international player aspires to. It's coming up quick next summer. I'd love to add another gold medal to the cabinet as well. But really, I want to bring a championship to Denver. I know I speak for my teammates when I say it's so important to us to represent that name and be able to perform and represent Colorado, and then to bring a championship here would be just another dream come true. So fingers crossed this can be the year.
That was Kirsten Roth reporting. As we mentioned, many of the women on this roster have played internationally. We asked them how they feel the NWSL compares to international play.
I think both leagues have so much to offer and so much merit. I think overseas there was a huge emphasis on tactics. Here it's just so much more physical, and with that, so much more competitive. So I love that side of it.
Eva Gattino previously played for Paris Saint-Germain. She says playing for her first professional team overseas helped her grow in more ways than one, and she's excited to share that with this team. You could say someone's soul is seen in their home. Right now, Denver Summit FC practices here at Infinity Park, and their permanent home will be at Santa Fe Yards. The eventual 14,000-seat stadium will be located southwest of Broadway and I-25 near the West Wash Park neighborhood. Denver City Council approved $50 million to buy the land in December 2025. The site will also feature a recreational park and space for mixed-use development. Denver Mayor Mike Johnston says the Santa Fe Yards redevelopment will reconnect neighborhoods and boost the economy. The stadium is set to open for the team's 2028 season. Part of getting that deal done was agreeing to a community benefits agreement. A CBA essentially makes sure that the community's priorities are taken into consideration during development. Highlights of this CBA include a focus on the history of the neighborhoods surrounding the stadium and environmentalism. The team agreed to include an urban tree canopy plan in the stadium design. Summit has also agreed to host mentoring workshops and prioritize local, women, and minority-owned businesses. As they progress toward building the stadium at Santa Fe Yards, the team's training facility and interim stadium in Centennial is well underway. The facility is built in partnership with the Cherry Creek School District. It will host part of the 2026 and 2027 season starting this July. It's the people behind the team, the owner and the president, who are making those facilities possible. Michael Spencer sat down with Denver Summit FC president Jen Millay to talk about how she's feeling with where the team's at right now.
What are you feeling now that it's finally almost here?
It's a combination of exhilaration and exhaustion. Really wanting to make sure we execute at a high level for our fans and for our players, so working really hard to deliver on that.
What does it mean to be doing this in your hometown?
It's super exciting. I mean, I'm going to have so many family members at the match on Saturday. My daughter's in town as well. Launching an expansion team is truly a gift, I think, for our community and the city. I was there at the first ever Rockies game at Mile High, and I just remember how excited people were. It's a memory, right? We're creating a lifelong memory.
3 games under your belt, including a big win on Wednesday night. What have you seen as you've watched this team kind of come together on the pitch?
I am so excited about this team. All of these players that are on Denver Summit FC raised their hand and said, I want to be a part of this club. And what I think the result of that has been is just really great chemistry on the pitch.
What does it mean to have local players, too, who have played elsewhere professionally say, hey, now I want to go back home?
It's almost like as if they were just waiting in the wings, and it's really meaningful for them. People know Colorado is a really special place. These athletes that grew up playing here, they want to be a part of the Colorado and Denver community.
What's your message to fans?
If you don't have a ticket, please go get one. You do not want to have FOMO and regret about missing out on a piece of history. We want people to feel connected to this club, to feel proud of this club, and so making sure we're delivering on that fan experience is really important to us in year one.
Summit FC is the biggest example of women's soccer growth in Colorado and across the country, but it's just one example. Still ahead, we talk to fans who helped bring the team to Denver and the girls getting out on the pitch with fresh inspiration.
Evergreen for sure. I feel like I'm from Florida, so I always have a tan, and so I feel like the green really hits with the tan.
I just love the community aspect here. Everyone's always out and about with a dog. It's just such a good, safe space that I just love being a part of.
It is clear this league is rapidly changing. Keeper Abby Smith started her professional career a decade ago, and she's bringing that experience to Denver Summit FC. Smith has been part of expansion teams in the past and says Denver is more advanced than others she's played for. In just the last few years, the league has quickly expanded, and with it, the competitiveness has grown too.
Coming in this year, I feel like adding 2 more teams, it's going to make it more competitive. We also travel across the country, as many people see, that's really hard on our bodies, and we're expected to show up day in and day out for training, and then also week in and week out for games. Expansion's really hard because you're starting from the ground up. We have a great platform to build everything from scratch, but at the same time, when you have a new team, we're still figuring each other out.
Smith says no matter what challenges arise, the team is coming out to win. The NWSL has grown exponentially, adding 1 to 2 new teams each year since its first season, and that growth is showcased right here in Denver. And as the league grows, so do the venues. Denver Summit playing their first home game here at this stadium, Empower Field at Mile High. It hits really close to home for the soccer community, who never dreamed they would see women take to the pitch here. Jasmine Arenas shows us how Denver Summit is inspiring past and future generations.
The 1999 FIFA Women's World Cup was a defining moment in sports in women's professional soccer.
I did go to the Women's 99 World Cup game at the Rose Bowl, and what an experience.
Jamie Lieberg is a longtime soccer player and PE teacher at Dustin Middle School in Lakewood. She says she still remembers that game like it was yesterday.
Watching 98,000 plus fans cheering for the United States women's team was phenomenal.
It's a moment that would eventually lead to the formation of the world's first professional women's soccer league, the Women's United Soccer Association. A league Lieberg could only dream of being a part of growing up in the 70s and 80s.
At that time, there were no women's teams, so there were really no idols for me to look to for a sport that I love to play.
Yellows are up by 1. Katie Hooker was part of that league, playing for the San Jose Cyber Rays her first year out of college.
I was very fortunate to get to do that. Fun times being a professional soccer player.
But the league collapsed in 2003 due to high operating costs and lower than expected attendance.
I got 1 year in before the league folded.
The opportunity to play professionally again never came. But she's found success with the sport as the head coach of the MSU women's soccer team. And now with the growth of a new league, the National Women's Soccer League, she's proud to see a team welcomed with open arms in the Mile High City.
To finally get a team in Denver is unreal, really. And I've been in Denver for almost half my life. And so, during that time, I would have given anything to be able to play.
The excitement for the team's inaugural season goes beyond the love for the game.
It's a big deal for this university as a whole, and for our players to kind of get to be a part of that.
I did not have that growing up. So knowing that the girls that I'm teaching now get to see those examples is amazing.
In Denver, Jasmine Arenas covering Colorado First.
Young girls across the state have been getting out to play soccer for years. One of the local organizations making soccer accessible is Soccer City Aurora. Photojournalist Litos Castro went out to practice to see how Summit is inspiring these young girls.
You could go a lot of places, you could do a lot of things with soccer. It's really beautiful to see how much opportunities women have been able to gain over the years. Now that we have the team, we can think more about soccer and there's more opportunity and growth. I love soccer players that from their hometown come back to play in Denver.
Professional sports is not just a men's thing, and it is something that we can achieve as women as well.
I can't imagine how many young women who say someday I want to be a professional soccer player, and that was never a reality, and now it is. I think it opens doors for them to think so much larger.
They are looking for local talent specifically, and so that excites the girls. It makes them work that much harder to know that it's so close for them to be able to reach those heights.
Girls belong in this game. It feels amazing to know that I have an opportunity right where I've grown up my whole life, to know that I could one day play there and be able to become a star. We all have a chance here to play with them. This is awesome.
The Summit roster has some impressive resumes, including center back Kaylee Kurtz, who holds the league record for consecutive minutes and games played. In her NWSL career, Kurtz has played more than 12,000 minutes and is a 4-time Iron Woman. That's the award given to players who play every minute of every game. She told us on the day of the team's kit launch, she hopes to make it a 5th straight in Denver.
I think the fans can be really excited. It just kind of brings a consistency and a stability when someone on your back line is able to play every minute of every game.
And Kurtz says she hopes fans back her in her plans to be that stable, consistent voice throughout. The biggest signing for Summit has to be Lindsay Heaps, the World Cup champion, U.S. women's national team captain, and Golden Native is coming home. CBS sports writer Sandra Herrera believes this might actually open the door for more Coloradans to join the team.
Gosh, what a signing. I think that was maybe one of the ones that really kind of was a little bit of a flag waving in a way that's saying, come on through to Denver Summit. We're building something special here. They're showing that they want to attract world-class talent, and just so happens that they've got a lot of that world-class talent that happen to be Colorado locals.
Heaps will finish playing in France before joining Summit in June. You can also see her play with the U.S. women's national team against Japan in Commerce City on April 17th. I also asked Sandra if she's surprised Denver Summit has sold so many tickets ahead of their first game, and she told me she's not surprised at all.
Having been someone who sort of seen where this league has started to where it is now, if you build it, they will come, right? And I love that Denver Summit and their group have sort of leaned into that mantra quite a bit.
Sandra went on to say the team has had a lot of local buy-in from the start, something that fans behind the movement to get a women's team here agree with. Sarah Horbakowitz spoke with a couple of fans who were instrumental in that movement to get this team to Denver.
There's nothing like watching your favorite team score, especially if it's their very first time.
We're super excited to have a national women's soccer team here.
Off the the cross. Denver Summit, the first.
Earlier this month, Summit FC had their first match ever with their first home game this weekend.
Can you believe game day's here?
No.
But these two fans have been cheering on Summit long before the team ever hit the pitch.
So for me, it was the summer of 2023. We started at one event and I walked up to the organizers and asked how I could be involved in bringing a women's professional soccer team to Denver.
Madeline Lieben quickly became a leader in a growing community, what would become Summit's official fan club, the 14ers.
I was the lucky one who got to hand the commissioner this heavy mailbox full of handwritten notes from community members about why Denver deserved a team. For me, it is a commitment by the city and by these private owners that women's sports matter.
Alongside kickoff excitement, Emily Walsh is working to lead the 14ers through not only watch parties like this, but charities and youth sports.
As a girl who played sports when I was younger and didn't get to pursue the sport that I loved, which was ice hockey, because there wasn't a future in it, to know that for my daughter, the possibilities are endless is something I can't quite articulate.
Fans have been turning downtown Denver green at kit launches, team reveals, and of course, fan events. All with more than 300 official fan club members and record ticket sales all before their first home game.
To know that that community is there and it's only going to exponentially expand is just, it's hard to wrap your head around.
And for those who have built this community, being a fan of this team goes beyond soccer.
Is this emotional for you at all?
It is.
Why?
Because it feels like a commitment to my values of being inclusive and creating space for the things that we believe in and are willing to invest in.
Reporting in Denver, Sarah Horbakowitz covering Colorado First.
These fans are truly the heart and soul of the team. We'll be right back.
I would want them to know how much I love the sport and how much I care about our team and Summit doing great.
We already know today's game is a big deal. Between record-breaking ticket sales and a halftime performer, this game is sure to leave an impression in the league. Take a look at this. Summit FC has sold more than 50,000 tickets to this game and counting. Mile High holds about 76,000 people, so a sellout is not out of the question. If you can't make it to the game today, don't worry. You can see it right here on CBS coming up at noon. The kickoff is in just a few hours, and tune in July 18th as Denver Summit hosts Portland Thorns. CBS will also broadcast 2 games in September, one against the reigning champs, Gotham FC. From the women taking the pitch to the communities supporting the team, there is no doubt Denver Summit FC is bringing the soul to its forever home in Colorado.
From CBS Colorado, this has been Soul of the Summit, a team special. Brought to you by UC Health, Shields, and American Furniture Warehouse.